That's okay. I don't want to see that. I'm afraid to throw this hand away. I want to, but I'm afraid. At most, at least we got 2 plays. We got 2 draws. We get Thought Erasure, and then we get Consecrate. Oh my, we're going against blue aggro. Alright. Yeah. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun, folks. It's going to be tough. But I think we could do it. You might hear some static. I apologize. I'm cleaning off the mic. It's a lot of fuzz. Right. So they have that, right? Well, you can't do this now, so... We don't want Spell Pierce. Oh, man, you got nothing but all this stuff. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so we're on the clock now. We're definitely on the clock. We gotta figure out what we want to do. This is going to be a tough. We can win these matches, but they're going to be tough. I need to add some cards in, but we can win this match. This right here are the problems. All that. Now, I could counter it, but it won't do anything because it would just be wasting the counter. Which, at this point, might be the best thing. We want to get one of those out of their hands. Alright, we could do this. Now, non-creature spell. We could play Search for Escanta, and that will force them to hopefully play one of these two, which I'm okay with. Use one of those Spell Pierces. Thank you. Yep, I'm okay with that. There's a reason why I didn't do that. Alright. Alright, let's get ready to start doing it. Now, we need to get another land. We need to start Eldest Reborning and all that stuff. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get the first one out. That's the first one. Which is perfectly fine. We're good with it. We're going to attack. We'll go down to 9. Does this say target player? Yes, it does. We'll play out another one. Now they have to sacrifice. Yep. Now we start getting some stuff out. We get Teferi out. They had no counters now. We can see their hand.
This isn't a fight you can win. You know what? I'm not done yet.
Nice. Alright, so now we got Teferi out. Now we're good. Now we need to start getting global cards to start wiping them out. next thing we do. We'll take that. I'm okay. We don't need to have anything good. I'm alright with that. We got another land, so let's...
Hurry!
Good. So let's cast this. This will force him... This will force them to either sacrifice one of these two cards. Yep. Awesome. Now all we need is we need a Kaya's Wrath and we're good. We need a Kaya's Wrath and we are good. We're putting that in the graveyard. One draw.
Let's skip to the
Give me a Kaya. Take a Vraska's Contempt. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Alright. So what we can do, so that's 7. Whenever attacks target crit. Alright. I think we could do that. I think that's what we can do. And if he has a counter, it's game over. He usually doesn't think he does. So what we're going to do is we're going to force him to use one of his cards. So we're going to put that back. Which is going to force us to put that on him. There we go. I think we might be able to turn this one around with 1 health. We'll see. Oh, yes. Woo! 1 health. 1 health. 1 health, folks. Devious cover-up is not going to help us. Revitalize isn't bad. Mortify isn't bad. Unmoored Ego isn't bad. We definitely need more of those. We need definitely 3 of those. Eldest Reborn isn't bad, but I'm gonna take those out and put in Absolutions. And I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. We playing Magic the way Magic's supposed to be played. That's the 3. Ooh, I will keep this. We need a better. We need some more mana though. Some better lands. We need a plains. Some sort of plains. Yep, like always. I will take that. I will take that. That gives me options. They tap out, we thought erasure. If they don't, then we don't. Let's see what they do. Opt. Wow, that's interesting. Opt. Alright, they tapped out. We're going to go in their hand. We are going to go in their hand. And then we'll search for Escanta next. Spell Pierce, negate all these wonderful cards. And get rid of that one first. Get rid of that. That could go in a graveyard. We got 1. That's fine. Curious Obsession, which I'm okay with. They can't do anything with it. They could draw, but they can't do anything with it outside of that. Which I did not want to see that. Search for Escanta, sure. We'll search, and then we can start revitalizing and doing other stuff. We're gonna make it kill itself. That's the best thing we could do. But they're not gonna play anything because they only have 1. Oh, now they have 3. I don't think they want to put out a Djinn. That would be very bad on their part. Yeah, we need another white source. That's what we need. Oh, and we got one. All right, we'll take it. I wanted another white source. We got it. All right. They're going to hit us. They're going to probably try to pull out another trickster. If we censor sabotage, they negate it, which we could have got out of their hand. It would have been a good trade probably. But I want to draw some health. So they want to negate that. I'm okay with that. Yeah. This thing's going to give us a problem. They want to negate that, I'm okay with that. On Spell Pierce, that's fine. So that's when two Spell Pierces out of their hand. Oh, we're gonna put that in the graveyard, unfortunately. There we go, we need land. gonna make it. We're gonna make them use their cards. We have to. We're gonna make them use it. So use up 2 right now. That's fine. They got me early. We need to go first. That's the problem. We need to go first. This is a very... Mono Temple is very hard to get killing. Because they have nothing but cards that protect it. We need it, but we need one more land. I know they have it. We gotta get them to cancel. So we gotta Sinister Sabotage and force them to use it. We're gonna put that in the graveyard. Even though we need it, we're gonna put it in the graveyard. Problem is they have way too much lands. They have way too many lands. They can play all the other stuff, and we just don't have enough lands. We need something simple that could force them to play it. Something like something that could go in their hand, or something that will force them to do. Ooh, that's still not good enough. Graveyard. Graveyard. Yeah, that's not good enough. Transform. I could have went with there. He's just going to automatically negate it. I'm trying to get him to negate something early. Damn it. This doesn't kill everything. Yeah, we lost this one. There's nothing I could do. Ah, man, oh man. So it's 1-1. I think what we need... By then it was just too late. We need to cry earlier. We need... We need... Ethereal is good, but it's too late. We need Exelon's Binding. And we need, we'll put 2 of those in. We're gonna hope that we can catch up. So it's 1-1 and this best of 3 rank. We're definitely gonna play first. Oh god, this hand is slow. Alright. It's something. I don't like these 2. I don't like those 2. Those 2 are horrible. What's our second card? I don't like coming out of the gate having to burn 2. Alright, I'm good with that. just to use white and black. So no matter what, I'm going to have to. I have to do it. All right. Is this instant? Yeah. I have to pay the 2. I have to kill it. Take it. We could have waited. I'm sure they had spell pierce or something. We're gonna have to start sinister sabotaging everything they do. I want to search for Escanta, but we can't pay it right now. We need more lands. I'm gonna end it. Gotta put that in the graveyard. We need land. We need land. No, this answer, but we need land. That's not gonna help. End of the turn, we'll concentrate if we need be. I'm not gonna put search because we need land and I want to hold up sinister sabotage. That sucks. We're so behind right now. Let's see if they do anything. Nope. We draw a card. Order Grave. I will take it. And their tap. We'll keep going. We have 2 whites, 1 black. So we don't have enough to Kaya's Wrath yet. They're going to keep protecting it, which is fine. I want to do what I can to get all of it out. Unless they want to counter this. Which I'm happy about. They want to counter it. Yep. I'm alright with that. They have 2 cards in their hands. Now we can search for Escanta. Do I want to force them to... I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We're going to Kaya's Wrath, which they're going to most likely counter. It is nothing we can do, but we got to get those 2 cards out of their hand. The best thing we have is that we can, we're going to keep that so we can get life. So we're going to do this right now. They're going to counter, which I'm okay with. Yep. Now they have 1 card in their hand. We can't sabotage, but we got 1 card out of their hand, which is a positive. Next turn we can revitalize. What's that in the graveyard? Yep, we'll transform that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. We will, wait a minute. So we need a white, so we need a black. White, 2, 3, 4. Sacrifice a creature. Yep. Good. So one of them down. We know they had to sacrifice a creature. We're making them lose all the cards. Now all we need is a freaking Teferi and we're good. No one tried to get on to Revitalize. They have 3 cards in their hand. Hopefully they put down a land. Opt. Alright. They didn't like their top card. They chose another. Looks like they're going to go to attack phase. I'm guessing they got a counter. Land. We need to get into their hand. I need a thought erasure. We have a whole bunch of them, but I'm not getting them at all. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We force them to get rid of a card. That's what we do. Oh no, they decided. They didn't care. Nice. That'll help us draw some more cards, so we're good. I tapped too many cards. Should have been 1, 2, 3, 4. I must have tapped this one by accident. Thank you. Library, yes. Decline. We don't want that to ever transform. So we'll do that. We'll go in there in hand. I'm sure they have a dive down. Yep. Let's get rid of it. We'll put that in the graveyard. We need a Teferi now. Next. So now we know what's in their hand. We can sabotage whatever they get, unless they hold on to something. And we're going to get rid of that. I'm not even going to let them even bring it out. Sure. Because we can always search for a Skanta. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Oh shit, I didn't mean to put that in the graveyard. Did I put it in the graveyard? No, I didn't. Whew! Thank goodness. I thought I clicked, I thought I hit graveyard, but I hit library. Thank goodness. We'll search for a Skanta this turn if they don't have anything good. Ooh. Decline. They're on their turn. Wow, I didn't even realize they passed. Alright, so we'll do this. We'll get one of those. Graveyard, we don't need that. They may have a counter. They do, it's okay. We have more Teferis. Nope, they don't. And that's match. Bam! Woo! We beat Blue Temple, folks. Oh my. Woo! That was tough. Very, very hard. But it's not, well, it's not very hard. It's just that, you know, you just gotta play it a certain way. We're gonna probably go Revitalize, so I'm gonna probably throw out this first, and then this, and then I'll throw that second. Alright, we'll keep it. I'll go on the Demir train in case if we get a thought erasure, which I seem to only see like one, and we have 3 of them in our deck, which makes no sense. Oh, we're going against mono red. We're actually equipped for mono red. We're actually pretty good against mono red, so I'm actually happy. We have several cards in our hand that give us life. Revitalize gives us life. Consume gives us life. Vraska's Contempt gives us life. All bearing that we get one more land. That's fine. Nothing I could do. Alright, and we got it. At 3, do we want to do anything? Let me see. Let me see. So 3, we don't have anything. So I'm going to throw out a Godless Shrine. That way we get a white source. That way we have 2 blacks and 2 white sources for Kaya's Wrath. I'm alright with that. That would be good, but we don't want that yet. We're gonna throw that out. I'm not gonna Kaya's Wrath yet. I want this board to get a little bit bigger. If we have to Vraskus, we will Vraskus, but we don't need to. All right, so he's gonna throw out a Steamkin, or is he gonna throw out a spell so that these two get 2/2? Probably a spell. Yep. I'm alright with that. You want to hit us before? I'm alright with that. Since he's screwed on lands, I'm going to Kaya Wrath anyway. Because he seems to be screwed on lands. So, yeah, why not clear his board and just single damage everything else? Ah, you want to skewer? That's fine. Yep, that's fine. So at 5, we're going to throw out another Hallowed. We're just going to clear the board. Wipe it. And then they're going to probably get something with haste, and then we'll just consume it next turn or Vraskus it, depending on what it is, and then we'll hold up a cover up. I'm okay with that. That'll attack us for 3. We'll live off of that. So we're going to throw this down, and we're going to get back 3 health, putting this back at 14. Yep. I made sure to put a lot of lifesteal in this deck, just for these decks. That's fine. Thank you. I like that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 3. And he comes back with 2. So yeah, let's do it that way.
You show romance. Keep up the pace.
Alright. Untap up to 2 lands. Sure. We got 2 black lands, so let's do 2 blue lands. There we go. That's perfectly fine. That makes Kaya's Wrath even better. Now he may attack with this, and then he may have a shock in his hand. If he attacks directly, that means he has a shock, and that will eat his Goblin Chain Whirler. Because that's what that tells me. Now if he attacks me directly, then I'll take it. That's nice, ain't it? Let's see. 4 damage, that puts us at 4. I'm okay with that. Ooh, I can do this, so I will do this. I'll cover that, and I'll put this back in my hand, that back in my hand, that back in my hand. We'll do it that way. Yeah, we'll take that. So that will go back in my deck. Yeah, we're good with that. I'm good with that.
Hold that thought.
So we stopped his 3. We took 4. And then we'll clear. Next. And turn, we do 2. We're good. Now we're in control. He could directly burn us, but Teferi ults in 2 turns, so it is what it is. Yep, that's fine. Come on, throw it out. Good job. There you go. Good job.
We need to move quickly.
Oh, that's the worst card we could possibly have. Oh, man. That card is horrible in our hand right now. Especially at this point. There's nothing we could do with it. It's like the worst card we could have. We definitely don't want to see the thought erasure this late in the game. Earlier on, yeah. That's fine. We gotta get something that gives us life, or else we're in trouble.
No time for a break.
Oh, man. Wow. And we're gonna lose to mono red because of this bull. Wow. Well, that's match, folks. GG. All the life that we have and we didn't get anything. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. 2 mortifies. That's fine. Alright, so what do we need for this deck? We'll take out Eldest Reborn. We'll put in 3 of those. Absolution is probably too late. That's going to kill us. We don't want that. Maybe a Dawn of Hope. But what can we take out for Dawn of Hope? We're not seeing our thought erasures. We can probably take 2 of those out and put 2 of those in. I don't see them playing anything outside that I really care about. Yep, GG indeed. It makes no sense because we usually do excellent against red. Because we have so many different ways to get life, but... Alright, I'm cool with this. We'll throw this out, and then we'll throw a Drown Catacombs, and then we'll probably throw a Dawn of Hope. And then we'll revitalize. It depends on what they play. And then Dawn of Hope should allow us to draw cards, and then also to play soldiers to block. Which will mitigate damage. Yep. Mage would be raging probably right now. Throw out another one. You got another one? So you could do 6 total damage. Put me down to 14. Nope, you don't. Okay, that's fine. That was pretty dumb. Okie dokie. I didn't mean to play that. I meant to play the island. Alright, let's hit next. Let's keep going. We'll take the 2. We can't sabotage, but we can at least revitalize. I meant to hold up sabotage. Depending on what they put out, we'll put out the cry. They'll probably put a Goblin Chain Whirler. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so let's get rid of that real quick. So if that way they want to use other ones, they have to pay more lands, more mana. And then, yeah. Shaman Chain World. Alright. Understood. Light of stage course. We gotta counterspell it. Alright, you know we can put this out real quick and block that. And then he can cast it. Yep. We don't need another counter spell. We don't need any more counter spells. Why would you use up all my below? Alright, so we're down to 4. Now we're back in trouble again. We need to start getting life. There we go.
Sorry I'm late. Not so fast.
Hopefully they'll burn to fiery. No, they didn't. Alright. Well, plus to fairy.
Let's skip to the good part.
We'll, we'll hit no. Next. Alright, so we got nothing but counters in our hand. We will take 1 damage from electrostatic field, so we do need to start getting some life. Alright, that'll work. So we know they get that back, so we'll put that in our library. We could eat that early now. We need more blue. Ugh. Alright, so we'll throw that down. Enters tap. So what we'll do is we'll Vraska's Contempt this. And I can't do that. So we'll decline because I don't have enough lands. And we'll do that. So therefore we have 4. He can't cast it, which he does. And then we'll bring back Revitalize, Vraska's, and Sinister Sabotage. And a Cry. We'll do both, all 3. Yes, take action. We'll put that in the graveyard for right now. Alright, cool. More blue. We needed that.
You know what?
We need to start getting life back. And we'll make another creature real quick because we can. And we'll just reset these lands. Can't let light of stage. We can't. we'll take that. We gotta figure out what we want to get rid of in their hand. Let's see what we get. Fairy ults
We
up.
need to move quickly.
I'll put on those. Let's see what they have. So they played 2 shocks, 2 light up, 2 wizard's lightning, 1 lightning strike. So let's get rid of let's do this. Let's first attack. Yes. Let's draw 2. Alright. Let's get rid of lightning strikes. Let's see what else they have. Alright, so they have 3 there. Oh, they got Legion War Boss. That's who we need to get rid of. Risk factors. Yeah. Alright. Risk factors. So risk factors is one we need to get rid of next time. Put back a devious, that, and that, and one of those. Put my counters back in there. Yep. So now we get all of our counters back. They're back in our deck, and they quit. All right, it's 1-1. 1-1. What do I need? Ethereal Absolution would be great later on, but I gotta figure out what can I take out. Thought erasers are good, but I'm not getting them early. That's life. I don't want to get rid of those. I'm gonna get rid of one of these. One of these for 2 of those. Alright, we're good. Comes down to the final match, folks. Sorry, but these matches take so much longer. We're going to mulligan this hand. Oh my god, 3 sinister sabotages? Jeez, this is horrible. We'll keep it because I don't want to go lower. Oh my goodness. This is the one time I don't take land. I need something else. I need something better. Ravnica's is better if we could get a land for it. We have no revitalizes. We have nothing. We need something. We need spells. These are not going to help us, not early game. Not with all what they have. It's not going to help us. Oh, goodness. Oh, they finally got their steam chin. Alright, 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 alright. We can sinister sabotage still. See what they put out. Oh, we're gonna definitely get rid of that. We definitely don't need that now. We don't need any more lands, we need spells. We got 5 lands, that's plenty. For right now, we need just some spells. I should have probably took it. At least they only got land out of it. That's good. We're going to do this early. Because he could get rid of it for mana. We're just going to get rid of it early. Right now. Just right now, just get rid of it. I'm not even going to wait. Because they cast a spell, then they play lands, and they're up 3 lands. And I'm not going to bother with that. Alright, so we need one more land. Enter tap. Yeah. I wanted to do a search. We need one more land, and then we get Ethereal Absolution, which helps us out a lot. It helps us out a lot, especially against his creatures. Oh, we need a land. Ugh. I hate that I have to do that. But we can get it back. Ugh. We're going to put out a slow land. We're going to put out slow. And we're going to put out, yep, our search for Escanta. There we go. Much better. Ugh. We're good on life right now. We're doing good on life. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. We're going to put that in the graveyard. Oh my. Yep, we're going to put that out. So now the creatures at least are coming at 1 less damage on us. And certain creatures will die instantly. Oh yes, we'll take that. Now I'm sure they have something in their hand, so let's see. Alright, that's fine. We'll put that in the graveyard. Oh gosh. I guess he didn't read the card. Watch this. Watch him attack. Yep, he didn't read. Oh man, he did read because we exiled the card. Damn it. I'm an idiot. We exiled. I'm an idiot. I thought he had it in there. He's smarter than me. I forgot we exiled it. So it doesn't help us. I will take that. Bam! And that's how you beat mono red! Oh, give me them tick marks, baby. Give me those tick marks. Woo! We will be in gold in no time, folks. I like gold! So real quickly, let's go over the deck. Let's go over our deck. As stated before, I built this deck around the idea of playing against a lot of red. That means mono red, Rakdos, anything with red. I built this deck centered for that. So we have 3 Revitalizes. Those are supposed to help us get our life back. We have Search for Escanta. Any control deck, you need this card. It allows you to cycle through your spells and non-creatures. Since we don't play creatures, it allows us to put anything that's not a land back into our hands. So from the top of our deck, Search for Escanta is awesome. Even though we didn't get a chance to really show it in that gameplay, it's still a very good card. Consecrate is good, but I mainly use this for Consume because this also gives me life. It's very good against mono red. Even though you may not get huge amounts of life, you still get life back. So cancel out any damage that they put out. And also it's very good against any big creature decks like Green Stompy and so forth. They pull out a Ghalta. Yeah, that's fine. I'll consume Ghalta and get 12 life for it. You know, it works out very, very well. And, oh, wait. Was that a Carnage Tyrant? Yeah, it has hexproof. Well, guess what? That's the strongest creature you have in terms of power level. Let me consume. Yep, let me eat it. Boom, it's gone. So, yeah, I love Consume. Very, very good card. Thought Erasure, even though we didn't get too many of them, it's supposed to be your opening game. You know, you Thought Erasure, you see what's in their hand. You get an idea of what deck they're playing. This helps you with one of our other cards, which we'll get to in a little bit. Sinister Sabotage, the 1 counter. I go by. I know a lot of people who play Esper. A lot of them use Absorb because it gives you life. And Absorb is a very good card. Here's the only problem I have. There's a lot of times I play where I don't have white in the beginning, and I had this counter, and then it's useless. It's just useless. So I rather have the double blue and go for the double blue. And there's times where you won't get double blue, but if I don't have double blue in any case, you know, you don't get it anyway. Either of the counters. I used to run smaller counter spells, but they just weren't helping me. I would always get them late, and at that point they could always pay 2. So right now, Sinister Sabotage is my main counter spell that I use. Mortify, we only have 2 of them. You can use them for destroying creatures, but I mainly use them to get rid of enchantments, those really annoying enchantments. Mainly, what's it, Running Wild in Gruul, and then there's another one outside of Ixalan's Binding. There's another one that's really, really Wilderness. Very, I hate them. I use Mortify to get rid of them. You may ask, why aren't you running more? I figured 2 is enough. As we go later on with our counter spells, you'll see I have ways of at least putting it back into our hand. And another reason why I don't is because I always run 2 Unmoored Ego. This was in my sideboard, but Unmoored Ego is a champion card. I can't talk about how well and how good it was. I know in red it doesn't really do too much because there's not many things in red that you would get rid of, but for every other deck, yep. That wonderful Nexus Wilderness deck. Yeah, let me get rid of all your Nexus of Fate. Let me get rid of all your Wilderness. Yes, I don't have to worry about anything. Only thing you can do is Turbo Fog me, and you're done. And then I can put more Ego back in my hand and get rid of your Teferis and everything else. And it makes the deck a lot easier. In fact, I want to show you something real quick. I want to show you a picture real quick. And I want to show you why everyone hates Unmoored Ego, and this is why. So here's a picture for all those to see. Let me F11 so you can see it. This is the reason why I said Unmoored Ego. As you can see, we're on turn 3. I Unmoored Ego, and this was a green-black. I don't know, Gagari. There we go, Gagari. And he knew I was going after his Molder Hulk. And once I took away his Molder Hulk, he couldn't abuse Folly, land source to keep bringing it back in and back and forth from Molder Hulk. Once he knew he couldn't abuse it and he couldn't use it to get back Molder Hulk, he instantly quit. Instantly quit. That's right. Turn 3. Third game, a best of 3. As you can see, I have 1 game out of the 2. He has 0. He instantly quit. Or she. It could be a she. Sorry, no gender. We're not pushing gender. But they instantly quit. That's why I play Unmoored Ego. Unmoored Ego is a very good card that people just don't know how to deal with. And unless you have blue to counter it, it's a beautiful card. Especially most decks now are combo decks. It just messes up their whole tempo. They don't know what to do. The funniest thing, though, is I did play against one person who in the second game, they unmoored my Unmoored Ego to remove them all on my deck. So in the third game, I had to unmoor his Unmoored Egos to remove them out of the deck so I could then go against this regular card. So it was pretty funny, Unmoored Ego in each other. See who could get it first. The next card we have is Devious Cover-Up, as I stated before. With Mortify, another card. Devious Cover-Up allows you to put 4 cards back into your deck, your library. I apologize, brain fart. But the best thing too also is when it counters the spells, it exiles it instead of putting it in the graveyard. So for all those wonderful spells that you do not want to go in their graveyard, like Risk Factor, things with Jumpstart, yeah, Devious Cover-Up, you can't use your Jumpstart ability. It's gone, goodbye, it's exiled, and I get to put 4 cards back into my graveyard and back into my library to recycle. Great card. Love it. A lot of people don't run Devious Cover-Up because it costs 4. It's 1 more mana. But when you're playing this and you have a Teferi out and you're basically retapping your lands, untapping rather, lands aren't really that much of an issue. Vraska's Contempt, mainly used to take care of our Planeswalkers. Simple. You could also use it to get life. Kai's Wrath card we use for a lot of the aggro decks, white, red, blue tempo. This could be very hard, a lot, especially against blue tempo, but for most of the cards, you can destroy all their cards. You constantly just clear the board, get rid of past hexproof, get past everything. They're goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Eldest Reborns, I'll use them to take back. Mainly they're big creatures, but usually I use this a lot of times to get back my Teferis if they have ways of getting around my Teferi. That's usually the main reason I use Eldest Reborn. But very good card. Teferi, the card I hate. And I think one of my goals for our next thing is to make an Esper deck without Teferi and without Chromium. I really hate Teferi. I know Teferi is my icon, he's my avatar, and the main reason why I take Teferi is because he's a brother like me, and hey, representation matters, you know? So, outside of that, I would probably take a Johnny, you know, the cat guy. So, outside of that, you know, so if they have more, I will probably take somebody else other than Teferi, but I hate this card with a passion. I don't think that Teferi is very well balanced. I mean, the card not only allows you to draw a card and untap lands, but then he puts stuff back in the top of your deck. It's just annoying, and it's just so annoying. Every time you draw a card, you just starts destroying stuff. He's so annoying. But he's in this deck. I bent to the will of hatred, joined the dark side, and I put Teferi and the other card that annoys me, Chromium. Now, Chromium is a good card, but you have to know when to play Chromium. Chromium is one of those cards that you want to flash probably at the end of the turn. You don't want to flash it during their turn as a blocker unless you need to. Unless it's like, I can't do anything else, I have to do it. If it gets killed, it gets killed. Because if it takes damage and then you use its ability, that damage counter still stack on it. So since it goes down to a 1/1, I think it automatically just dies. So yeah, so be careful with that with Chromium. Our cards, we have 2 of every of the normal basic lands, 2 plains, 2 islands, 2 swamps, and then I didn't want a lot of everything, so I put 4 Giron Catacombs because we have more black and blue cards, so I just want to make sure that we get a lot of that. Actually, yeah, 4 of those. So then we have 3 Watery Graves, 3 Isolation Chapels, 3 Godless Shrines, 3 Hollow Fountains, and then 3 Glacial Walls. I just don't want a whole handful of nothing but tap lands and then shock lands, because that could be very annoying. What's up, Zeska? Last thing is we go to our sideboard. Now, this sideboard's not perfect yet. I'm still trying to decide. I put Dawn of Hope, and the reason why I put Dawn of Hope... Now, I have 2 things that can make me tokens, basically. Dawn of Hope, and I know most people are looking at it, it's just like, why do you have both? Just choose one, right? The main reason why I do this is because Dawn of Hope helps me in Esper control decks. So when I play against another Esper control, my goal is to get Dawn of Hope out and start making tokens because they can't deal with it. My second thing, unless they usually run Cleansing Nova, that's usually one thing that they usually use. But against Cleansing Nova, you know, you go into a counterspell war to kind of stop that. Disdainful Stroke, I only use these mainly if I go against Green Stompy, anything with a lot of big creatures and a lot of high costing creatures, then I'll play Disdain Stroke. And also in mirror matches against Esper, I will also play Disdain Stroke, as it's cheap and it allows me to get rid of those big spells like Cellar Wreckage, Cleansing Nova, Teferi, those type of spells. Final Payment was a spell that I put in late. This is not something that I would normally use a lot of times, but I still put it in there for cheat removal. And the reason why was when I was going against blue tempo, the problem was a lot of my removal was high. It was high. So there was times where I would want to play one spell to force them to counter it, and then pay another cheat spell to do it, you know, to get rid of it. So I put in Final Payment. It's not something I want to keep. It depends on what I go against, so it'll probably be cycled out for something else. But yeah, I don't. Final Payment, Discovery, just another ways to draw. Sometimes you need to know more ways to draw cards. outside of what we currently have. And then, of course, Dispersal is very good because it allows us to bounce the card back in their hand and get rid of stuff. I use Dispersal a lot of times too, also in control decks, especially if they're using Ixalan's Binding, just so I could bounce the Ixalan's Binding back to their hand and force them to discard. Cryocanarium, simple card. We use it for aggro. You've seen it. I used it against red. I'll use it against mono white. I'll use it against Boros. It's just a card for me to get rid of aggro. Ixalan's Binding. It's those rare occasions when I play against mainly Gagari, and I keep running into those planeswalkers that I can't stand, that love to destroy all my enchantments and all of my flyers. Yeah. So yeah, that's what Ixalan's Binding is. It's mainly for those, and then also to get rid of cards to make it harder for our opponents. And then last but not least, we have Ethereal Absolution. I know a lot of people are asking, well, why would you play Ethereal Absolution if you have Dawn of Hope? Main reason is because Ethereal Absolution allows us to remove cards. Now, before we go here, I did have Kaya in this deck, and I couldn't, and it was very rare occasions that I could find to put Kaya, to make Kaya work. And the main reason I was using Kaya was in creature-heavy decks to allow me to, one, get life back, so like red deck wins, to get life back, and then also remove cards from their graveyard so they can't reanimate them, Gogari. So I'm probably going to put Kaya back in this deck. Ethereal Absolution may stay in this deck. It may not. I like the -1/1 effect, especially for a lot of those token decks. And then a lot of people play the one card Hero Precinct 1. I'm starting to run into a lot of those. And anything with Afterlife or Hero Precinct 1, Ethereal just destroys. They get rid of the 1/1, it kills their tokens instantly before they even come on the field. So Ethereal probably will stay in. I'll probably take out the 2 final payments and probably play it in Kaya, but we have to see. But that's my idea. But that wraps it up. That's my deck. And this is, of course, phase 1 of the deck. This is just a real quick layout of everything, how many cards we have. As we can see, not a lot of white cards, a lot of dual color and tricolor cards. Well, only one tricolor card. But yeah, that wraps up this, and this wraps up our look at Esper. Esper. So we'll be trying to climb the ranks with Esper.